that make you think of? Because for me, every time I listen to that song, I think of Guardians of the Galaxy, because they've got the coolest soundtrack, you know, all the 70s hits. And I thought, they've made 3 movies, all with a unique soundtrack. Let's rank every single song that features in the film. So let's get straight into it. There are 42 of them, and the worst one, in my opinion, is one that only features a tiny bit called Koinu no Carnival, and it's like just for a funny little scene. I don't think it's meant to be one of the 80 songs that feature on the soundtrack. Technically it's in the soundtrack because it features in one of the scenes, but yeah, it's just not for me at all. And before I carry on, I just want to say I really love the idea that they all have like the soundtrack that fits in with the story, because obviously the soundtrack of the first film was a mixtape that his mum gave to Star-Lord, and then he gets another mixtape for the second film, and then he gets more modern songs for the third one. There's all sorts of songs on this list, so stay tuned to see which one's which, but I love the idea. But in 41st we've got a song by the Beastie Boys called No Sleep Till Brooklyn, and I don't like this one, not for any reason specifically, just because I really don't like this rap rock Beastie Boys style thing. I really don't like it. Like, I can't listen to it without cringing and going, ugh, what is that? Nothing against them specifically. If you like them, go for it, but I don't, so they get 41st. 40th, we've got Flashlights by Parliament. Now this one's a really long song, well, not really long, but it's 5 minutes and 47, and it's not bad. I mean, it's kind of bad, which is why it's 40th, but the reason I don't like it, it's so long and it's very electronic disco style, so it's not the kind of thing you'd actually go and listen to just randomly in the day. It's more just like a party song, so which is completely fine. You need your fair share of party songs, but as for actual music, which is obviously what we're ranking, not how iconic they are, nothing like that, we're ranking these songs on how good the music is. Flashlight gets 40th. By the way, you might have noticed the background's looking a bit different to the usual, for obvious reasons. I didn't really want to use like the rock background I've got. I've got a few of these different ones, and the rock one we use most of the time. I thought, let's make a space themed one, so I spent about half an hour making a Guardians of the Galaxy themed background, so I hope you like it. Anyway, in 39th we've got Reasons by Earth, Wind and Fire, and I find these to be really, really hit and miss. Like, sometimes you've got a really amazing song, and sometimes it's just annoying, and in my opinion, Reasons is one of those. I'm not a fan of it, it's just a bit annoying for me. 38th we've got Creep, but the acoustic version, and this is very low for it. I was surprised, because I love Creep. Creep is an amazing song. It's obviously very famous, everybody knows it, and I think it's really, really good, but the acoustic version just doesn't hit. There's something in how intense the real version is that makes it good, and when it's acoustic, it loses all of that, and I could never see myself listening to the acoustic version under no circumstance, and yeah, it's just bad. I don't like it, and I'd much rather listen to the original, which again is amazing. The longest song on the entire list is next, and this is called I'm Not in Love, and it's this low because it literally didn't go anywhere. 6 minutes, and I feel like it could have been shortened to like 2 minutes. It's not like it built up to anything, and in general it just wasn't amazing, but oh well, it's not horrible. This Is the Day by The in 36th. I've literally got nothing to say about this song, so I guess we'll move on. I Will Dare by The Replacements. Similarly, I've got literally nothing to say about this. I feel like a lot of the people in this video, like the bands, are just one-hit wonders. Not The Replacements, but they've got This Is the Day with 100 million, and then all the other songs are really low. Some of the higher up ones that we'll get to, but there's tons of one-hit wonder bands here, and that's very interesting, I think. Badlands by Bruce Springsteen is next, another person that I think is hit or miss. Bruce Springsteen has some amazing songs like Born to Run is my favourite from him, but he's also got some very, very, mediocre ones, and I wasn't a fan of Badlands, to be honest. I mean, it's not horrible, but there's some better songs on this list, and it's quite bad, honestly. I don't like it. As I said, hit or miss with Bruce Springsteen for me. Next we've got one specifically made for the film, so this isn't going to be like one of those 70s or 80s hits. This is just, a random one called Guardians Inferno, and I don't think it's meant to be anything serious. It's alright, but I never actually listened to it. I'm Always Chasing Rainbows by Alice Cooper on the album Alice Cooper Goes to Hell. Okay, that makes sense. Fox on the Run is next, and this is another one that was, I think, just made for the film. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that Fox on the Run was just made for the film. Cherry Bomb is 30th, and this one is as funny or iconic or whatever you want to call it. Is it good? No, it's just a bit funny, isn't it? Spirit in the Sky is in 29th, and I've not got much to say about it, to be honest, so I guess we're moving on. Rainbow has a song next, and I've heard of Rainbow quite a bit, but apparently they're not very famous at all. Thought it'd be good, but I wasn't really a fan of Since You've Been Gone. Since You've Been Gone. Why is it not Since You Have Been Gone, like Since You've Been Gone? It's just Since You've Been Gone. Oh well. Go All The Way by the Raspberries. Oh, I love these band names, you know, the Raspberries. So yeah, Go All The Way. By the way, I only listened to all of these songs once, so it's entirely possible that I listened to a song, didn't take much notice of it, but the second time I listened to it, it might be amazing. So if you're seeing some of your favourite songs down low, just tell me in the comments. I'll go and listen to them again, and we'll see if they're actually better than I thought. And yeah, as I was saying, Go All The Way, I don't even remember a thing about it, to be honest, so I guess I can't talk about it. Father and Son is a really mellow one by Yusuf and Cat Stevens. It's nice, nothing too special, but it's just quite mellow, quite nice. We Care A Lot by Faith No More is quite interesting. It was one of the heavier songs on the soundtrack, and it wasn't particularly my sort of thing, so I didn't really like it, but it was very interesting, and you know, I kind of enjoyed listening to it. I don't know. I really don't know where I stand on this song. Surrender by Cheap Trick is next. Similarly to others on this list, I don't remember it because, as I said, I only listen to these once. So yeah, it's 24th, I guess. I don't know. Lakeshore Drive by Alyota Haney's Jeremiah. Let's look a bit at them. Yeah, another one-hit wonder. In fact, that's massively one-hit wonder. Look at this. We've got 150 million streams on Lakeshore Drive, and then the next most streamed only has 400,000. That's insane. Not even cracking a million. Okay, that doesn't matter, obviously. Lakeshore Drive was quite nice. Again, I think it was one of the more mellow ones, if I remember correctly, and it was, you know, alright. George Harrison has a song coming next, My Sweet Lord, and obviously George Harrison was a member of the Beatles, and this is a very mellow one, but I liked it, I enjoyed it actually. Do You Realise by the Flaming Lips? Oh, these names, the Flaming Lips, that's such a 70s name, isn't it? Oh, I guess they weren't 70s, they were 90s and 2000s. The Flaming Lips sound like it's a 70s name though. That's kind of ruined my point. Okay, 20th place is actually quite low down, okay? So this is one of the more iconic songs on the entire soundtrack. But I don't necessarily enjoy this as much as I expected. And it's Escape, the Pina Colada song. If you like Pina Coladas. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it, so it gets 20th. I know it's one of the more iconic songs. In fact, how many streams does it have? 650 million, one of the biggest on the list. And I thought it was, you know, alright, but definitely not higher than 20th in my opinion. But after this 20th mark, I'd say we are going into some of the better songs on the soundtrack, some that are actually really good. Oh, I'll wait until we get to the top 10. The top 10 are amazing. But while we're here, 19th, Come a Little Bit Closer, sorry, by Jay and the Americans. I wonder where Jay comes from then. Anyway, moving on, we've got Moon Age Daydream by David Bowie. That's on the same album as Starman, for anybody wondering. That's how I know it. And Moon Age Daydream was a very interesting song in my opinion, and I enjoyed it a lot. But definitely not as high as I expected it to be. You know, I thought that it might be a bit higher than this. Nothing bad though. 17th, we've got In the Meantime by Space Hog. Now, I put this high, but I literally can't even remember it. Can't remember a thing about it. It's quite long, 5 minutes. So, I don't know. I guess it's good, because I said it was back when I listened to it the first time. Can't remember it now though. The Mowglis have a song next, San Francisco, 16th. And yeah, I enjoyed this one. It's quite an upbeat one, quite short, quite nice. Next we've got Bring It On Home to Me, Sam Cooke. I can't remember this one either. Great. It sounds like I've listened to these like weeks ago. It was only like a day or two ago. I can't remember these at all though, so I guess I've literally got nothing to say, but it's got 15, so I guess it's good. Yeah, Poor Girl in 14th. This is by somebody called X. I wonder who X is. Oh wow, this song's got 7 million streams. That's probably the lowest on the entire list. Well, it was good anyway. Yeah, I really liked it. It was quite interesting. But next we've got, I think, a more famous one, Fooled Around and Fell in Love. I've definitely heard of it before, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's quite got that old-fashioned vibe to it. In fact, when was it made? Let me check quite quickly. 1975. Okay, I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot, actually. Very upbeat, quite old-fashioned. I liked it. Next, we've got Wham Bam Shangalang. Yeah, I didn't expect to like this, Wham Bam Shangalang with a name like that. But Silver, the one-hit wonder, Wham Bam Shangalang has 191 million, and not a single one of their other songs cracks a million. Similarly to, what was the other one? I can't remember. But yeah, Wham Bam Shangalang was actually a really, really good song. I liked it a lot. Another one of those upbeat ones. In fact, probably the entire top 10 are upbeats. That's basically the vibe of the playlist, isn't it? And Wham Bam Shangalang, very nice. Brandy, You're a Fine Girl is in 11th. And this is, as most of these around this area, is an upbeat little song. It's just nice, It's not gonna be a masterpiece of a song, because that's not what it's advertising as. It's literally just a nice little song. 500 million streams on that one, so a bit more famous than some of the others. Rightfully so. I think Brandy, You're a Fine Girl is a great song. I Want You Back by the Jackson 5, one that I didn't know that I knew, but obviously at the second that I heard it, I knew it, of course. You can't not know it. If you don't know it, it's this song. Oh, baby, give me one chance. And similarly to that, we've also got in 9th, we've got Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy. And this one, I thought I didn't know, but of course, upon listening to it, I thought it was great, because I knew it before. Let me just talk about I Want You Back quickly. It's obviously by the Jackson 5. Very, very upbeat, and just as happy as you can get. In fact, I'm adding it to my merry mix. Yeah, similarly, Ooh Child isn't as, party upbeat song, but it's still delightful. I like it a lot. Crazy on You by Heart. I've heard of Heart because, they made Barracuda, but Crazy on You is one of their a bit lesser known ones, and I think it's even better. I really, really like Crazy on You. I was like, ooh, it's getting really good now, because we're in the top 8, and this is where I say all the songs are not only really, really famous, there's not a not famous one here, but I think they're all really, really good. Like 9, maybe 10 out of 10 songs. Okay, maybe that's a bit pushing it, I don't know, but ain't no mountain high enough is in 7th, and this one's one of the more old-fashioned ones from Marvin Gaye. In fact, this might be the most popular song on the list. Ain't No Mountain High Enough has 1.6 billion streams, so very popular here, and it's one of the most iconic songs maybe ever. Okay, that's pushing it, but quite short, quite nice, very upbeat, amazing. It's just a great time listening to it. The Chain is in 6th by Fleetwood Mac. This is one of the last, upbeat songs, but it's really, really good. I like it a lot. One of my favourite Fleetwood Mac songs. And, you've got songs like Everywhere and Dreams, but The Chain is a really different style to a lot of their songs, in my opinion. And it's very unique. I think I've said that already. Doesn't matter. It's great. We're into the top 5 now. I want you to predict what my number 1 is, and while you're here, comment your favourite song on this soundtrack down below. But yeah, I want you to predict my top 5. Just in case you don't know, the 5 that are gonna be here is Hooked on a Feeling, Dog Days Are Over, Mr. Blue Sky, Southern Nights, and Come and Get Your Love. Not in order, obviously, because I want you to guess. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to guess in which order they are. Southern Nights, that's in 5th, and as much as I love it, the 4 others are better. So Southern Nights, I think, I didn't know it until I knew it, I didn't know the title, hadn't heard of Glenn Campbell except when he made a tiny appearance in this video, with Rhinestone Cowboy. Yeah. Like a rhinestone cowboy. I hadn't heard of this song, but when I listened to it, I obviously had. Everybody's heard of the Southern Sky. And yeah, it's just a great time the entire time you're listening to it. I love it, this song, and I'm very happy that I kind of found out what it was, because I knew it but didn't know the name. Anyway, 4th place, what's it gonna be? Ooh, it's The Dog Days Are Over. Another one that, if you don't know, it's that song. And you know, Dog Days Are Over, it's iconic. It's one of the more modern songs on the album. I think this was 2006 if I remember correctly. I might be wrong though. And yeah, it's obviously the more modern ones. It's quite, begins slow, begins a bit mellow and a bit more, what do you call it, sad? It's not sad, but somber. Yeah, fancy words now. But Dog Days Are Over, it builds up a bit, and the ending is beautiful. Honestly, I really like it. And Florence and the Machine made a masterpiece here. I really like Dog Days Are Over, but they're not as good as the top 3. We've got Hooked on a Feeling, Mr. Blue Sky, and Come and Get Your Love to go. In which order are they gonna be? Hooked on a Feeling is in 3rd. So this is, I'd say, the most iconic. Is it the most iconic on this list? I don't know. Come on, any song that starts with Ooga Chaka, Ooga, Ooga, Ooga Chaka is obviously gonna be insane. And I think this is a cover of another song. Of course, I'm guessing this is the better version. It was made by Blue Swede, and again, another one-hit wonder there. But that's fine, because this song's amazing. It's just a great time. The entire time, it's so happy, so great, and it definitely needs to be on those try not to sing along challenges. But what's in 2nd place? Is it the song that came at the start of the video? Yes, it is. And that one is 2nd place, which means Mr. Blue Sky is my favourite. But let's talk about Come and Get Your Love. So this song is kind of the theme of Guardians of the Galaxy, I'd say. You know, it's in that scene where Star-Lord's on the planet by himself, kicking all the aliens. And Come and Get Your Love is just the entire vibe of the film. That's how you'd sum it up, isn't it? Come and Get Your Love. Because it's amazing, very upbeat, happy 70s, amazing. Redbone's another one-hit wonder, I think. Let me check quickly. Yeah, kind of. Oh yeah, it is, sorry. All the other big songs are just Come and Get Your Love in different versions. But yeah, Come and Get Your Love, everybody loves it. It's hard not to love this song. But first, Mr. Blue Sky. Why is this in number 1st then? Number 1st? Oh well. Mr. Blue Sky is the best in my opinion, because what I really like about this, it's the first rock song maybe ever. Ooh. Okay, no, I take that back. I was gonna say it's the first rock song I ever include opera-like singing, but Bohemian Rhapsody does it a bit, so I'm not gonna give it that title. But you know, it's included things like, I'm gonna play the area. That part of the song has literally like opera vocals in a rock song. I don't know how you do it. And obviously it starts with the iconic, the most upbeat song you can find. You know, it's literally called Mr. Blue Sky. It's all about being positive, which is obviously, you know, the theme. But it kind of builds up. You've got all sorts of good things. It's 5 minutes long. And yeah, I just think this is an amazing song, and it definitely deserves first. It's one of the best songs, and it's in 1st place in my list of the 42 songs in the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack ranked. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you enjoyed my content, well, I'm speaking fast there, aren't I? If you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you enjoyed my content, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Click one of these, because they're good, hopefully. I don't know, I didn't pick them.